We're looking at a scenario today that is, well, it's pretty much the classic IT director's nightmare.
Uh-huh.
You've got this massive organization, maybe 250 meeting rooms, and you have to manage the tech in all of them.
It's the device sprawl problem. It's not just hardware anymore. It's a whole ecosystem that can get really fragmented really fast.
Which is where this Kramer VSM-CLOUD-3Y-PACKAGE-250 comes in.
Right.
Looking at the specs, this is basically the command center for all of that. So license for up to 250 of their VIA devices.
And those are their wireless presentation gateways. This package lets you control them all from a single cloud dashboard for 3 years.
That single pane of glass is the key, isn't it?
It's the entire selling point. Otherwise, you're either jumping between different tools, or worse, you're physically running to rooms every time a ticket comes in.
So this VSM, the VIA site management platform, it shifts that whole workflow.
Exactly. You stop being reactive, just, firefighting, and you start proactively managing the entire fleet.
That proactive part really stood out to me, especially with the VIA 4.0 interface. We all know that pain point of the guest user.
Oh, yeah. Someone important comes in for a meeting, they can't connect, and suddenly IT is scrambling while a dozen execs are just staring at them.
Right.
And that's the friction this platform is built to eliminate. The 4.0 update really focuses on that user journey, streamlining the guest connection so it just works.
But from the admin side, there's a security feature that seems even more interesting.
The auto disconnect.
You got it.
Yes. When the session ends, the connection is severed. Period. It stops that common security hole where a guest leaves but is still accidentally screen sharing sensitive data.
That's a huge risk reduction for any company with open collaboration spaces.
Yeah.
But let's look at the back end, because the maintenance load on 250 devices is immense.
It's a non-negotiable at this scale. You simply cannot manually update 250 different units.
So VSM handles the firmware centrally.
Right. You can schedule silent updates, push them out automatically, and make sure everything stays secure and compatible without disrupting a single meeting.
And it's not just about keeping the lights on. I saw a lot about analytics capabilities. It's not just, is device A online?
No, it's much deeper. It tracks actual usage patterns.
Which means?
Well, that data is usually invisible to management. You might have 20 huddle rooms that are technically online, but the reports might show they haven't been used in a month.
Ah, so you can then repurpose that space?
Or redistribute the hardware to where it's actually needed. It lets you make decisions based on data, not just guesses.
Speaking of utilization, there's another feature here that solves what I call the black rectangle problem.
The idle screens.
Exactly. We spend thousands on these beautiful displays, and most of the day they're just sitting there, off.
And this platform integrates digital signage management right into the gateway. It's a very smart way to monetize that downtime.
So instead of a blank screen, you're pushing.
Corporate communications, HR updates, branding, whatever you want, you turn a sunk cost the screen into an active communication channel.
And it also creates a unified alert system. I saw you could put instant messages to all 250 screens at once.
Think about that for emergency protocols, or even just a major company announcement. You bypass email and put the message right there on the biggest screen in the room.
It turns the entire AV network into a mass notification system.
Instantly.
Of course, something like this level of control, it isn't free. The MSRP on this package is floating around $19,200.
I've seen it discounted, though, closer to $15,000, maybe $15,300.
Still, that's a significant line item.
It is, but you have to frame that cost against the labor hours it saves. Break it down over 3 years across 250 rooms. The cost per room is pretty low compared to what a single technician visit costs.
It really does move the role of the AV team away from being like hardware mechanics.
Totally. They become more like network traffic controllers. It just acknowledges that a meeting room today is a digital endpoint, same as a server, and it needs that same level of sophisticated management.
Which, it leaves us with a pretty interesting thought to chew on.
Go on.
If our meeting room screens are now these cloud-controlled digital signs and emergency alert systems, are we really just seeing the end of the meeting room as we know it? And maybe the beginning of, I don't know, our walls themselves becoming these always-on intelligent interfaces?
It's certainly where the technology is pointing.
Something to think about next time you walk past an empty conference room.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll see you next time.